Hello there. The warning signals for the European Central Bank are that the Eurozone is heading for a nasty bout of economy-destroying deflation. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. Not only is the Eurozone heading for deflation, but there are also signs that the EU is desperate for the UK to stay within its legal and economic framework after the 31st of December so that we can be forced to help with bailing them out. And many of our pro-EU politicians and campaigners want to see that too. They would rather the UK took a massive hit so as to keep their favoured EU superstate project alive. Now initially, deflation doesn't sound too bad, as it means prices start dropping in the shops. Great, people think, let's have more of this. But there are big downsides. Deflation encourages people to keep their money in their wallets and wait for prices to drop further. That in turn then forces the sale of goods at ever decreasing prices, leading to selling at a loss just to shift the stuff. But that means no profits and inability to pay staff, which means layoffs and bankruptcies. Deflation can be a very dangerous, almost unstoppable downward spiral. And it can be exacerbated by the people being made redundant, either finding themselves jobless or being forced to take a similar position with lower wages. And when people have even less money to spend, then the hit on prices is accelerated. Not only that, it hits people's ability to pay their mortgages, rents and other bills. And this is what the Eurozone is facing right now, with the Telegraph reporting, "The Eurozone is on the brink of sinking into dreaded deflation after clocking up its lowest rise in prices for 4 years. The FT says that inflation has now turned negative in 12 of the 19 Eurozone countries. And the ECB is already expected to go for another bout of bond buying, touted to be for another €500 billion, to try and stimulate the economy and stop it slipping into a deflationary cycle. On top of that, the EU needs to fund this huge €750 billion coronavirus bailout package to spread amongst the member states hardest hit by the pandemic. Euronews.com reports, Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, announced a €750 billion bailout fund for the bloc at a press conference on Wednesday. She confirmed that €500 billion would be given as grants to help Europe's struggling economies recover from COVID-19. An additional €250 billion will be available in loans. It's all part of a €1.85 trillion package. Now, what's not clear to me is where this will be raised. If the EU Commission does this, it will, as far as I understand it, be borrowing the money against the future EU budget. But they would presumably need to borrow it using the markets. Now, I'm no expert here, but that's something that they would normally, I think, use the City of London for. Not for all of it, but for a very sizable chunk. But if Brussels is intent on sticking to its guns on fisheries, etc., then there'll be no Brexit deal at the end of the year. And that would then cut them off from city financial expertise and muscle, wouldn't it? And that would surely severely hamper their efforts to protect the euro and the wider European Union. Because this is a once-in-a-generation or even once-in-a-century event, needing once-in-a-lifetime levels of action to deal with it. Without the city, could they cope with this? I personally think Brussels would need unfettered access to the City of London to help them. And the solution to that, for our pro-EU campaigners, would be to keep us in the transition phase while the UK was milked dry. My solution is to stick to the Brexit implementation period end date of the 31st of December and force a good overall deal from Brussels with financial services being properly included, and without the UK being tied into their systems, so if they subsequently fail, we are safe from the fallout. And we won't have to sell out our fisheries either. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. And thank you very much for watching.